Hi guys, it's me again. Oh, I didn't know this was like a French plane. I don't know what I was going to say. So basically, these are some of my tips, right? Main tips are, well, these are my main tips, right? Only pick a bomber aeroplane if you want to, if you're like on ones where the objectives are to destroy the enemy airfield or stuff, because otherwise it can get like, because otherwise there's some like disadvantages to it, like they can get shot down easier, even though they've got this guy at the back. Alright. Um, they've got two engines, yeah, but it seems like they're a lot less defenseless and the gun rate's a lot slower. And the thickness of the armour isn't as thick as you want it to be. Look, I'll show you what I mean. Right, hang on. So let's go to let's go to my Spitfire Mark 1. Right, and then go and customise. Right. If you click R1 here, right, it shows shows you the armour. Right, so like that bit's 38 millimeters, that bit's 6 millimeters, which that's actually pretty bad. Should probably upgrade that. But basically, yeah, it shows you the armor there, right? But thingy, this is my opinion, right? Like I don't know if it's the same for this, but like the thickness determines how easy you're gonna go down. So like this one's pretty thick, 25 millimeters to the back, so it's less likely the tail's gonna come off. 1 millimeter of thickness in your right engine, which is pretty bad. 25 thickness of 25 millimeters of thickness there for your armor, and then over here it's 1 millimeter again. So like the two most vital places this is more than likely going to get shot at is going to be the engines, because the engine's going to be the easiest to take it down. So like I'll give you another example. So like this one would be a lot easier to take down than the Spitfire at the moment, by the looks of it, because the Spitfire's like trying to think how to word it. The Spitfire's got a quicker turn time, right? A faster climbing rate, I think. It's got it's got more thingy, more of a speed. Look, the maximum speed's 549 kilometers per hour. That one's 527. Right, and I'll give you like this one, like this one. This one, like the thickness on this, right? Let me just. Okay, maybe I have to go into thickness. That's 6.35 millimeters, right? 12.7 millimeters, yeah. So if we was to get to Spitfire Mark II, right, it might be because I've upgraded these more than the others, but I doubt it because I've fully upgraded the other ones. Right, thickness is 3 millimeters there, which is pretty bad. Right, but then over here it's 38 millimeters thickness, and the 6 millimeters of thickness there, so you're less likely for your pilot to go down, well, to go unconscious. But like thingy, you're more likely for your back wing to come off because your back tail to come off. But like I said, you've got the factors that are like the barrel rating for this is 2.7. That's 2.3. That's somehow 3, which is more than that. 2.3 again. And then the Hurricane Mark 1. I've left this out because I can't remember how I got this. I really can't. The thickness in this though is 12.7 millimeters, and what's it at the front then? 6.35 millimeters thickness. I think I'll go with the Golden Eagles to be fair. But yeah, so that's a factor to consider when you're like playing the game. Like I'll show you now, and I'll tell you why I've picked the airplane when the game decides to load. Because I'll tell you what airplane. Well, you'll see what airplane I pick. I'll tell you why I picked the airplane. So wait for the loading time to hurry up. domination, right? So if it's domination, you've got to land on the objective, right? Another tip is thingy, have a look at the rewards at the end, but have a look at the rewards on the planes, because like this one only pays out like 90 plus 10, but like Mark II pays out 200 reward, well plus 200 reward. So you want to use that, like you want to keep that until like near enough last, I think. Captain Hyde the airfield, destroying the aircraft around you. See, like this, like if you like destroying the ground units, then I would recommend using this at sometimes. Because hang on. The only reason why I've used it now is because I would rather get out of the way with, because unless, like I said, unless I'm playing a game mode where it says destroy the enemy airfield, I won't really use this as much. I'll use it straight away to get out of the way. Because look, I know this is a Mark 1, but I mean, the only gun we've got on the Mark 1s want to go back and see, because already my engine's smoked and my engine's already smoking. Compared to like if I was in the Spitfire wouldn't be smoking as bad. What I'd also recommend though is if like you're using, because I'm playing on PS4, if you're using PS4, use a touchpad. The touchpad's easier and quicker to turn with than the joysticks. Look, I'm using the touchpad to go up here, and I'm already up there, but like thingy, if I was to use my joystick, look, it takes a lot longer. I'm going to go down by the looks of it, so I'm going to go and land at the airport. Because yeah, that's what I'd also recommend. If you have a feeling you're going to go down, and you can more than likely tell by what the condition of your plane's in. Like my left engine is pretty bad. Go to the airfield, because more than likely if you keep hold of it like I'm trying to, but it doesn't matter now. What I was saying is basically if you keep hold of the aircraft and land on the airfield and somebody takes it over on your team, right, then you can repair your plane and the repair costs don't cost as much, I don't think. First try the Hurricane Mark 1 just to get this. Hurricane Mark 1 fires like 3 rounds of bullets, so it's also a good killing thing. And I'd also recommend, right, is the fuel amount be the minimum, because I've been on this for quite a long time. Well, I haven't been on it. I've been on it since it came out on PS4, right, and I've not known the fuel amount. Well, I've not known a game to go on for longer than 15 minutes if you're on arcade mode. If you're on realistic mode or the other one, and then you should have like the maximum fuel amount. But I say on arcade mode have the minimum fuel amount you can have for the airplane, because right when they start shooting at you, you'll have a fuel leak, and it's one more than likely what causes the fires most of the time. And if you don't want to do that, and like sometimes when it says like retract gear, retract flaps, you will want to do this sometimes, because sometimes you're going like too slow and you don't well, you're going too fast and you don't realise, and then you just crash. And you just crash and through. See, in some guns, like there's some aeroplanes, don't just think because the aeroplane the bigger it is, the more firepower it's got. So that isn't the case. Like the smaller ones tend to have a better firing rate, so quicker turning times determine how fast you can turn. So it can come in handy in times like, see, like this, like my plane's been injured, yeah. When I actually land properly. Yeah, also try to land. If you're nowhere near an airfield, try to land. Because you get soft landing, and soft landing gives you them points, them like global things which I still have no idea what you use them for, but yeah. Anyway, so let's use the Hurricane Mark 1 then, because Hurricane Mark 1 and Spitfire and then Spitfire Mark 2. So, but like you see how them two was like moving slow, like compared to this. Well, this one's going to be moving slow, but like, I mean, this one's going to be a little bit slow, but not as slow as the others. And like I said, the guns, right? That's why I like loads. And it'd be easier to take somebody out with these guns than it would with the guns that you get on the bombers, because I know you can get the guns on the bombers, but if you do, they're like fire really slow. They're like that. That's literally what it's like. Also, what you might want to consider when you're turning, sometimes lowering speed. I tend to use analog stick most of the time though, unless I'm going shot. If you get them shot, I always increase my speed and then I use my touchpad like this, because you can get out of the way a lot easier. I feel like, oh, I'm already out of the way and I don't know where he is. I think he's the one right from me, so I can take him out now. And try to aim in front of the aircraft, and that, because more than likely if you aim in front of the aircraft's going to go into that thing and you're going to get hit points. See, let's go to thingy, Spitfire Mark 1 now. See, but like, I know that didn't seem to last as longer, but I did get, at least actually got a kill with that. And what I recommend doing is always having like one bomber, and like at least one bomber, and then having some like planes like the Spitfire and stuff. And thingy. Also, when you're playing, don't just pick the country that you come from, like I picked England, but because I come from England, don't just pick the country where you come from. Like, have a look at planes, start off and see which one's better, and then see which one, like which planes you prefer to have. See, like that. Yeah, you tend to find out the most data from piloting and not tell, which kind of makes you a bit annoyed with it. And then my last aeroplane, which is Spitfire Mark 2. I know it doesn't seem like I'm doing that good at the moment because I'm talking and I'm basically multitasking. Yeah, what I'd sometimes recommend doing as well is if you've got like a mate that plays this game, like team up with him, like say he was the other person, like don't follow him, just like help him out if he needs any help or something. Or if you're getting shot at and you've got your teammates, like your actual mate that you know, tell him to come behind you and like take out the guy. That way if you get taken out, you can take out the guy. Or yeah, so you can automatically like, well, so you're getting like your revenge. Like I'm getting shot at, and if you can't find out where you're getting shot at, just like your basic maneuvers. I'm gonna go down. This is gonna be bad, like really bad. The plane's gonna burn it. I don't know. Like you just said, I had a hole in my left wing before. So yeah, I'd rather crash and get this soft landing, because even though the controller thing. Rather get soft landing then the plane burn up and then